Alrighty, guys. Good morning. I'm sure I say good afternoon, actually. Yeah, it's afternoon. Anyway, Madman Mondello coming at you live from the Garden Garage here in beautiful Alabama. Live, yes, not even pre-recorded. Anyway, Mr. Rocking Riel Romie. Okay, Mr. Romie here, I have known for a while. He purchased a console from me before, and then he decided he was going to purchase another one, and this time he wanted a 500 gig Diamond Viper dual Nand. So, here it is. Brandon, what's happening, man? Good to see you, brother. Anyway, yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, man. What you been up to? You staying out of trouble or what? If not, name it after me. Okay, anyway, Mr. Romie here, like I said, he wanted a Diamond Viper dual Nand. Now, when somebody orders, this kind of stuff, I like showing the insides, and a lot of times when I build these things, I'll private message people, show them, the insides of the consoles, the wiring and everything else and everything that goes into it, Good morning, Chris. How are you, man? Good to see you. Well, yeah, afternoon, too. Yeah, okay. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever time zone you're in. There, that covers that. So anyway, yeah, Riel, he wanted a Diamond Viper dual Nand. Now, I love these things because they're a great dual Nand compared to the Demon. The Demon has a lot more to it. All right, for the fats, and I mean, the Demons work good. I just did one last night, and I mean, they work great, and it's it's got the capability of reading and writing the NAND through that little port that they've got, the little USB port and everything for a fast read write UART. It works great. Okay, there's a lot to it, and there's a lot of soldering and all kinds of crazy stuff. This little puppy right here is really cool. All right, because what we've got. Okay, I'm gonna bring this over to you here so that way then you can see a little better. All right, now look, what we've got here is we have all of our wiring for our A chip, as you can see. Okay, everything nice, neat, soldered good, all that kind of good stuff, so on and so forth, and pretty much pretty easy. Okay, so we're good there. All right, now that is the A chip. Now the Diamond Viper add-on is underneath the board right here. Okay, now as you can see, all right, we have all of our little solder points all in a row. Trying to get the camera to focus. If it will ever focus, I'm not sure. Maybe it will, maybe it won't, I don't know. But yeah, there you go. Okay, and of course, now mind you, I got to clean the flux off on it and everything. I just put it on there. Okay, so give me a break. All right, but anyway, as you can see, that's a Diamond Viper dual Nand. That's your second Nand right there. Okay, you have all your solder points here, and your solder points here, and your wiring here. All right, and this is for our LED. This is for our Nand select and all that kind of good stuff. And of course, we have our little post out right there. And of course, our solder to our SMC reset and to RB, and all the rest is actually on this thing right in here. Okay, so that's the Diamond Viper dual Nand. That's the way that I do them. Okay. Nice, neat, wired right, and you can actually trace the wires and know what you're doing, okay? So anyway, there it is, all right? Now, what I'll do here is we will go ahead, and I will plug this in just so you can see this thing in action, okay? I'm going to put this, now this is not the ROL that you're going to get. This is a modified one, okay? It's specifically for this, okay? The guy that designed the Diamond Viper dual Nands, he sent that to me free. And he's like, hey, Tone, listen, I got something a little better for you. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And he sent that to me. And I'm like, well, that's really nice. Thank you. And then he also sent me some breakout boards and stuff like that, all kinds of crazy stuff. He's a really cool guy. I mean, I love him. He's in the States, and he's a real good guy. I mean, I love him dearly. The guy really did a beautiful job in designing that chip. All right, so, anyway. All right, so we're going to plug that in, okay? And now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to take this camera from here, and I'm going to try and hold this damn thing, okay? And when you'll see when I plug this in, it's going to blink once, okay? That means it's on the hacked image, okay? To select the image, all right, right now it's on the hacked image. We'll press that, and it'll blink twice, and that'll be your stock image, okay? So what we'll do is we'll go ahead, and we'll boot it up. And you'll watch the Ace chip. The Ace chip, usually you get like 2 quick blinks, and then a long blink, or, depending upon how well the timing file works and everything, and then you'll get 3 quick little blinks, and that'll let you know that, yeah, okay, we're good. All right. On the original Nand, you'll get 2 quick blinks, a big long blink, and then a little blink, and then it'll go. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll fire it up. All right. And this is the hacked image side, by the way. See? There we go. Okay, second pulse. We got it. We got it good. Okay, we're good. There you go. This is the hacked image side, okay? So there's the hacked image. All right? Now, we'll shut this down. Okay? And then we will select Nand 2. Okay? So we'll hold that button right there. Okay? There, Nand 1. Excuse me, I'm sorry, Nand 1. Stock image, okay? And now we'll boot that. See? Long, big blink. And then 3 little blinks. And it boots. And that's your stock image. Okay? Now, just to show you that this is a stock image here, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. All right, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take out a USB stick that I have here. And I'm going to shove it in here. Okay? And then I'm going to take the controller. All right? I'm going to sync it up with this thing here. There we go. All right, now, I've got the USB stick in. Okay, as you can see right there. All right? We'll go on over. And just to show you what I'm talking about here, we'll go to My Games, okay? Now, there's FX Menu. Now, we're going to try and run this on the stock image, which, of course, Microsoft needs signed code. FX Menu is unsigned code. So, we'll hit it. Can't launch FX Menu, okay? All right, you're not going to do it. It just ain't going to happen, okay? So, now, what we will do is we will shut it down, okay? Okay, good. We're shutting down. Then what I'm going to do, all right, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select the hacked image. There we go. Okay? Now, let's see here. Okay. Now, was that the hacked image or was that the regular stock image? I'm going to find out in a second here. Okay. Losing my mind. Yep, that's the hacked image right there. Hacked image is number 2. All right. So it's going to boot. There it goes. Okay, life is good. And she'll boot within 1 to 3 cycles. Okay? So we're booted up now. Alright, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to plug the same USB stick in, okay, that I normally do. After it gets to the dashboard, because you don't want to run a dash launch or anything like that. Alright, now I just plugged it in. Go to My Games, FX Menu. And pretty much there you go. Okay, so there's your hacked image right there, and there's everything that's on the USB stick and all that other happy nonsense, okay? So, anyway, all right, just to let you know, all right, there it is, okay? Now, we'll get back to the original dashboard by going into the Flash, and we'll use dash.xex, and that will take us back to the original dash. There you go. All right, so on and so forth. So, anyway, all right, I just wanted to show you guys what, where, how, and who, and what the heck this thing is. Okay, Damien. Okay. With a dual Nand. Okay. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much, Chris. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm the madman, all right. Brandon. Okay. Damien, let me tell you right now, look. The dual Nand for Diamond Viper on a Slim, okay, is like $60, okay, for that edition. All right? Now, if you get a fat, we have what's called here a demon. Okay, now the demons work on the fats. Okay, however, though, you cannot use if you have a big block or a small block, right? Like let's say you have a big block or a small block or whatever. When you go to actually try to write Zell through the demon, it will not work. All right, because well, when Microsoft went to 17.559. They changed a lot in the hypervisor. So the points that the demon used, well, when you try to write Zell, it ain't going to do anything except sit there. It ain't going to boot up. It ain't going to do anything. Okay? So what you have to do is you have to, on a demon, you have to actually take a small block NAND that, you know, where I actually build the NAND from scratch. Okay, what that means is I take a NAND that has been banned for a small block, all right? And then what I do is I go ahead and I write that image, okay, to the demon, and then I go ahead and I boot it, and it's a retail. And then what I do is I put the key in, and then I have to, of course, write Zell. There's a lot more steps to it than that, but, you know, I mean, and then I can finally write the small block NAND to it, so you can have even a big block NAND and a small block NAND all on the same console. This here Okay, I'll show you what this is here. Okay, just so you can see. All right. Welcome. This here, okay, is a Demon. Now, as you can see, it's a lot bigger than a Diamond Viper dual NAND. Okay, because it has a built-in UART on it, so you can read and write the NAND right from your right using a USB stick. Okay. Now you see this little sucker right here. Well, that's a bar actually. Okay, and it'll fit on there just like that. Okay, and then you have to tie the solder points to it here and here and here and here, X0 and X1 and D0, D1. All right, so then that way then you can run a big block NAND and a small block NAND, because this is a small block right here. Okay, that's a 16 meg NAND Hynix. Okay, and like I said, you know, if you try to go ahead and write through this to get the to get Zell and all that, it's not going to work. Okay, I mean, I verified that, and I knew it when they changed the dashboard, because 17.544 it was fine with dual NANDs, and all of a sudden 17.559 you couldn't write Zell. So I was like, oh great. So what I do with them is I write my own NAND and I put it on there. Okay, and of course the console takes on a totally different, you know, KV and everything, so it's totally different identity. All right, and then what I do is I go ahead and then I'll grab your DVD key using one of these, which happens to be a USB Pro. Okay, and I will grab the key using the cute little needle thingy. All right, and then what I'll do is I will go ahead and I will grab the key, and then I will write a patched up flash. Okay, which means I will patch the DVD into the new NAND that I made, so then that way then the DVD drive works. Okay, because if you don't do that, the DVD drive will sit there and it will not play games. It will just sit there and say, okay, you installed the DVD. All right, you can't play this. Okay, you know, blah blah blah, because everything is keyed together. All right. So with the Demon, there's a little bit more to it than the Diamond Viper. Okay. Yeah, and the port that I'm talking about, where you can read and write the NAND, this is it right here, and that gets connected by a ribbon cable, okay, through here. So, you know, just so you know what the difference is, okay? This is for a fact, okay? These are for facts, all right? And the Diamond Vipers, they run facts too. They also run, but really, if I'm going to do it, I'd rather use a Demon. It gives you a little bit more options for it, you know? The Demon's installed are 75, okay, on a fact. All right, because as you can see, there's a lot of solder points to that damn thing. All right, it makes me rip my freaking hair out, okay? So, you know, I mean, just to let you know. But anyway, all right, so, you know, that's the difference between a Diamond Viper, and that's the difference between that and a Demon, okay? Two different worlds, all right? But anyway, rockin' Riel Romie! Hope you like the console, man. Well, partial of it. Pieces of it, all right? But anyway, here it is. Like I said, I'm getting ready to put it back in the case and all that kind of good stuff. I got a 500 gig drive sitting right here waiting for you. Yes. Okay. This is a good one, too. This one's got 120 meg cache. So that's damn good. So it's going to be fast and 7,200 RPM, too. So, pushing the limits. I want to get a 10,000 RPM and shove it in there. No, actually, what I want to do is I want to start using SSDs on these things, because they make it so much faster. Oh my god. But anyway, you know, just so you know what you got here and how it all works and all that kind of good stuff. There you go. You know, I mean, feel free to message my business page or whatever. You know, I mean, if you're interested in this stuff, you know, you can go to my website. All right. I mean, I even sell them on eBay and everything. I have an eBay store. So, you know, you're more than welcome. You know, I mean, ask any questions you want or anything like that. They all come with a warranty, of course. You know, and I stand behind my warranty, even when the post office screws it up. Yes, I stand behind the warranty. You know, even when the post office screws up, oh well, I'm still at the end of the stick, so it's me. And anyway, I'd rather have a good customer than not. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I take care of everybody. I try to anyway. I'm not perfect, but Christ, I can try. Anyway, look, guys, look. I hope that you all have a good day. All right, and you know, enjoy. And I've got this one to do. I've got so many more to do. And I got Chris Wright's custom coming up, and yeah, I just did the laser edge glass for that, and yeah, that came out pretty cool too. See, he wanted for his daughter, okay, Harley Quinn, yes, Daddy's little monster. Okay, so I just cut that out with the laser and everything, and got that done, and I still have to do one more cut for over the hard drive. But anyway, yeah, it's crazy. So, yeah. Oh, yeah, Chris. Yes, you can install an SSD to make it run faster. Mind you, remember though, it's 2.0. No. Excuse me. I'm sorry. What the hell am I? What the hell am I thinking? All right. I'm thinking about NVMe and all that kind of good stuff. Listen, a standard SSD drive. Okay, you go from 600, from like 300, megabytes per second read to 600 megabytes per second read. There's no internal parts. There's no spindle. There's no nothing. It's all flash memory. So therefore, yeah, it's going to be a lot faster. It will be a lot faster. Okay, I've installed them before. I installed one on mine just to test it out on my console, just to test it out, and it is way faster. Okay, because you don't have the spindle RPM. You don't have little arms moving around in there, reading and all that kind of, and fragmentation. You don't really have to worry about that too much. Once you write it, you can defrag it and it's all good, and of course, as you add stuff to it, yes, it can get fragmented, okay, sure, but, at the end of the game, 300 megabytes per second versus 600, okay, it's like putting a 300 shot of nitrous, okay, on a 300 horsepower small block Chevrolet, all right, so there you go, and like I said, with no moving parts or anything, they last. And they last a hell of a long time. I run NVEMU hard drives on my Linux production machine and everything, and the thing boots up so fast. Literally from going from a stock hard drive to that, yeah, it makes all the difference in the world because that's actually on the M2 bus. So you're just running through the bus. And I'm not talking about a GMC bus, I'm talking about the processor bus. It's right there. It's right next to it. So there's hardly any latency whatsoever. So yeah, you could do that definitely. You can make it run faster that way. The processor it's an IBM processor. It's a 3-core processor. Okay, and it's a 3.1 gigahertz. Okay. So, it's pretty fast as it is, remember, this thing was designed, back in 2005? And it was an IBM 3.1 gigahertz processor, just like, when they came out with it. It's pretty amazing that technology was always, that's why this was so ahead of its time, it wasn't even funny. That's why people still play it today. Because it still has damn good graphics and everything, but you can speed it up so much more with some of the peripherals that you can put on here that you're not supposed to put on here, but you can. Okay, if you know what you're doing, and you'd be surprised. You would be very, very surprised. As far as the only issue that I have with these consoles is the actual limited memory. Okay, the limited memory on these it kind of lets it down a little bit. It really does, and it's a shame because if they put just a wee bit more memory on this thing, it would be so much better. But they didn't, so we're kind of like stuck with that, all right? However, though, I do know people that have added memory to these things and actually changed memory on this stuff, but to do that, it's a nightmare because the RAM bricks and everything, by the time you're through, let me unplug this. By the time you're through, look, all these little RAM bricks, like right underneath there, those little RAM bricks all the way around there, those things, man, you gotta boil them off and then change it out and do some other stuff to make it, and then you're looking at it and it really happens to be a single board computer. That's what it is, okay? It's an SBC. It's just like one of these. There's an Odroid, single board computer. Well, that's a single board computer. No buses, well, at least this one has a bus on it and everything, and it's got USBs on it and all that kind of good stuff. But it's still, at the end of the day, it's still a single board computer. It is made to do one thing, play games. That's what it does, And what we do to it, yeah, it makes it a little better, Adds a little bit more to the pot, okay? But I hope I explained that well for you, okay, and that you understand that, all right? But anyway, Riel, listen, brother, we're getting it back together again, okay? So just so you know, all right? And I hope that everything's going well, and I'll have a live video for you in a little while, all right? And we'll get this puppy all cleaned up and all that kind of good stuff. So, anyway, guys, listen, thanks for hanging with me. And thanks for the questions. I greatly appreciate it. I'll always answer anybody's questions. Well, as long as I see it and paying attention to it, okay, no big deal. But listen, though, thanks so much, okay? You all have a good day. I'll holler at you later. Stay safe, and if not, name it after me. And I'll talk to you all later, okay? Guys, again, good seeing you. Love you. Take care, guys. Be safe.